Thousands of years ago,
Before calculators, before modern science, before technology, there lived a man whose ideas would shape the future of humanity forever.
A man so intelligent
that even today, scientists and mathematicians still admire his discoveries. He lived in a world without electricity, without computers, without modern tools. Yet he solved problems that most people of his time could not even understand. Some called him a genius. Others feared him because of the machines he created during war. But history remembers him by another name: the father of mathematics. His name was Archimedes. And this is his incredible story.
The birth of a genius. Archimedes was born around 287 BC in the ancient Greek city of Syracuse, located on the island of Sicily. At the time, Syracuse was one of the richest and most powerful cities in the Mediterranean world. His father, Phidias, was believed to be an astronomer, someone who studied the stars and planets. From a very young age, Archimedes showed signs of extraordinary intelligence. While other children played ordinary games, Archimedes became fascinated with numbers, shapes, patterns, and the mysteries of the universe. He would spend hours observing objects, drawing circles in the sand, and asking deep questions about nature. Questions like, why do objects float? How can shapes be measured perfectly? Can mathematics explain reality itself? These questions would later help change human civilization forever. As he grew older, Archimedes traveled to Alexandria in Egypt, one of the greatest centers of learning in the ancient world. There he studied mathematics, astronomy, engineering, and philosophy among the brightest scholars of his time. But even among great thinkers, Archimedes stood out. His mind worked differently. He didn't just learn mathematics, he transformed it. And soon, the world would witness just how powerful that genius could become.
Chapter 3: The Eureka Moment. One day, the king of Syracuse faced a serious problem. He had ordered a beautiful crown made from pure gold. But after receiving it, the king became suspicious. He believed the goldsmith may have secretly mixed silver into the crown, while still charging for pure gold. The king demanded the truth. But there was a challenge. The crown could not be destroyed or melted down. So he called the smartest man in Syracuse, Archimedes. For days, Archimedes struggled with the problem. How could he determine whether the crown was pure gold without damaging it? Then one day, while stepping into a bath, he noticed something strange. As his body entered the water level rose. Suddenly, his mind connected the idea. He realized an object displaces water equal to its volume. That meant he could compare the crown's density with pure gold by measuring displaced water. It was a revolutionary breakthrough. According to legend, Archimedes became so excited that he jumped from the bath and ran naked through the streets shouting, "Eureka! Eureka!" meaning, "I have found it." That moment became one of the most famous scientific discoveries in history, and it revealed something extraordinary about Archimedes. His genius was not normal.
Chapter 4: The man who invented the future. Archimedes was not only a mathematician, he was also an inventor far ahead of his time. He created powerful machines and engineering systems that amazed the ancient world. One of his most famous inventions was the Archimedes screw. This device could move water upward efficiently using a rotating spiral mechanism. Even today, versions of this invention are still used in irrigation systems around the world. But his inventions became even more legendary during war. When the Roman army attacked Syracuse, Archimedes designed massive defensive machines to protect the city. He built giant catapults capable of launching enormous stones at enemy ships. He designed mechanical claws that could lift ships partly out of the sea before smashing them back into the water. Roman soldiers became terrified. Some believed Archimedes possessed magical powers. Stories even claim he used giant mirrors to reflect sunlight and burn enemy ships. Though historians still debate whether that truly happened, the story added to his legendary reputation. One Roman commander reportedly said, "We are fighting against a mathematical genius." Imagine that. An entire army struggling against the mind of one man. And yet, not even genius could stop what was coming.
Chapter 5. His Greatest Discoveries. From 1030, Archimedes continued making discoveries that would influence future generations forever. He uncovered principles involving balance, levers, and mechanics. He famously said, "Give me a place to stand, and I shall move the earth." He understood how force and leverage worked long before modern physics existed. His methods anticipated ideas that would later become part of calculus. Centuries later, scientists like Isaac Newton and Galileo Galilei studied the work of Archimedes. That is how powerful his influence became. He proved that mathematics could explain motion, shapes, measurements, and physical reality itself. Without Archimedes, modern engineering, architecture, and physics might have developed much later. His ideas became part of the foundation of civilization. More than a scholar, Archimedes became a bridge between the ancient world and the future. Chapter 6. The Fall of Syracuse. Eventually, the Roman army finally broke into Syracuse after a long siege. The city fell into chaos. Buildings burned, people fled in fear, soldiers flooded the streets. But amid the destruction, Archimedes remained focused on mathematics. Legend says he sat studying diagrams drawn in the sand. A Roman soldier approached him and ordered him to come immediately. But Archimedes barely looked up. Instead, he reportedly said, "Do not disturb my circles." The soldier became enraged, and in that moment, one of the greatest minds in human history was killed. When the Roman general learned what had happened, he was furious. He had ordered that Archimedes be captured alive because he respected his genius. But it was too late. The world had lost an extraordinary mind. Chapter 7. A Legacy That Never Died. Although Archimedes died more than 2,000 years ago, his ideas never disappeared. His work survived through ancient texts and inspired generations of scientists, engineers, and mathematicians. Today, students around the world still learn concepts discovered by Archimedes. His formulas are taught in schools. His inventions influenced modern engineering. His mathematical thinking helped shape science itself. From skyscrapers to spacecraft to modern technology, the fingerprints of Archimedes are everywhere. That is why many people consider him one of the fathers of mathematics. Not because he invented every part of math,
but because he transformed mathematics into something powerful enough to change the world forever. And thousands of years later, humanity is still building upon his ideas.
One man, one mind, one obsession with understanding reality. Archimedes proved that human intelligence can outlive empires, wars, and even time itself. More than 2,000 years later, the world still remembers his name. Archimedes, the genius who changed mathematics forever. If this story amazed you, subscribe for more legendary stories about the greatest minds in history, and comment below, who do you think is the smartest person to ever live?